Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel outside the target demographic. Today I'm going to be showing you a box. Let's get started. So you're probably asking yourself,
what's in the box?
what's in the box is air, more appropriately hot air. So basically I cut out the bottom to be big enough for the air exchange to blow through. And you'll notice right now the air is blowing. What this allows me to do is, one, it diverts the air off the wall and into the room when it's not being used. Even when it is being used, what it allows me to do is this. I can get home from a motorcycle ride and have wet gloves. Or I could have been outside working in the yard and it started raining. Or I can have wet shoes, which I probably should have put in there first. But the whole concept is I will put these items that are currently wet and I wish to be not wet into the box. Fold it thusly. And every time the heater turns on, it's going to fill this box with about 130-degree air, and it's going to boil out any of that moisture with both moving air and heated moving air. And it's going to dry out your articles much faster. Even during the summer, the air conditioning, part of what air conditioning does is it removes the heat from the air, but as a byproduct, it also removes the humidity from the air. Turns out the air inside this box is going to be pretty humid when I put wet articles in there. So it is essentially a dry box, and it costs you exactly nothing. So inside this box, you can put hats, scarves, jackets, especially kids' clothing if they have snow pants or rain pants or jacket or what have you. That's something that should be waterproof, with an asterisk, hopefully it is. And if it isn't, it's probably made of a down material or something that could very easily start absorbing water once you meet the threshold for moisture. So dependent on the size of the box you have, or if you're behind a door, or whatever your stipulations are for where you choose to put this, you can make this of whatever size you want to. And again, if you have wet shoes, you could fit wet shoes in here. This is much easier to do when you're not holding a phone like this. And by the time the probably 1 or 2 cycles of your furnace kicking on is going to be enough to dry that article of clothing. Or, bonus for the video, instead of drying that article of clothing, why don't you heat it up? So if you know you're going to be going outside and shoveling snow, and snow turns out typically pretty cold, you can put your work shoes in here and your work gloves in here, turn on your heater even if it's 1 degree. It'll heat up your house that 1 degree, but it'll also heat up the contents of the box. Now you're putting on 130-degree, dry, warm work shoes and gloves before going out into the cold. So that's what we have for today. This is a free-for-you upcycling, keeps it out of the landfill kind of dry box that will, at very least, divert the heat into your room instead of up the side of your room, can dry off any wet articles of clothing and warm up any cold articles of clothing that you would prefer to be a little warmer before use. So as always, this is outside the target demographic. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Any questions, comments, concerns you have, go ahead and leave them in the comments section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.